The voice of the valley, WJER. That's the Thompson twins here on this Monday morning with Tom and Michelle here on the WJER Morning Show. And we have some special guests in studio.
We do, Tom. Okay, we've got two. I said little kids earlier. They're much taller than myself.
They're taller than both of us, I think.
Yes, they are. We've got Logan McPeak from Buckeye Career Center. He also is, goes to Indian Valley. That's his home school. And then we've got Sadie Holbrook. She's a sophomore at Indian Valley. And they're a part of the the Braves Communications Nation. Is that how you guys call it? Braves Nation's Communications team?
Braves Nation Communications.
All right. How you doing this morning?
Good.
Good. Now, you guys were so talkative off the air, and now that we're on the air, you're both so quiet. So I'm going to kind of dig in here on just who you two are before we dive into what you guys have been doing all season long. So, Logan, you're a junior at Buckeye. Tell us a little bit about what you're doing over there at Buckeye Career Center.
I am studying business and marketing at Buckeye Career Center. Mrs. Heather Irwin does a phenomenal job with our class. We've dove into a lot of stuff already over there, and it's just been a wonderful experience over at Buckeye.
Buckeye is one of the best. We are so lucky to have Buckeye Career Center, honestly. What do you anticipate doing after you're done with Buckeye? You're business and marketing, that's your concentration right now.
I'm kind of undecided right now because I went to Buckeye not really knowing what I wanted to do, but at our sophomore visits last year, I visited the business marketing lab, and I just loved the environment. It was such a chill environment, so I was like, I'm going to give it a shot, and it's been wonderful since then. As for what I'm going to do, not exactly sure because I'm also the head broadcaster for Braves Nation Communications for the Indian Valley Boys basketball team.
Yes, you are.
So it is. I have a variety of options of what I can do, but I'm just so blessed to be in the position that I am right now.
Very cool. Now I'm going to kind of turn it over to Sadie over here. Sadie Holbrook, you are a sophomore at Indian Valley. Now you're involved in a lot of sports over there. Tell us what you are all into.
I run cross country, run track, and I play basketball.
And you said that after you're done with high school, you want to go on to college and become a PE teacher?
Yes, ma'am.
Where does that come from?
Just because Mrs. Pryor at the middle school has really been a big impact on my life. Aww. She was my track coach, and I plan to be just like her.
Oh, that's so wonderful.
Be a track coach, too.
I hope that she's listening right now because that is so sweet. Okay, so let's get into it. You guys are part of the Braves Nation Communications Group. Now, this has been, you don't see this at a lot of schools. They don't have a communications department kind of like what you guys have over there at Indian Valley. Tell us a little bit about what this group is.
This group is it's basically a volunteer group. It's a club at our school. You can sign up for it at Club Rush Days. I think it's late August, but Mr. Davis gives you the free will to do what you can do. If you have something positive and it positively impacts our community, you can send it to him. You can post it on the internet. It's a phenomenal club. Mr. Davis just does a wonderful job with us. I mean, he's already has so much on his plate, and he takes so much time devoted into our program. I think it's just unbelievable.
Sadie, what's been your favorite part about being a part of this club?
I really like sideline videos. I love being on the sideline or watching football. It's the best view in the house. I mean, nothing is better than that.
You don't have to buy a ticket.
That is true.
That's also, I can second that.
That is true.
So we're talking about, the Indian Valley football team. They went and did the thing on Saturday, brought home that trophy. Tell us what was it like being on the sidelines, you guys?
Surreal. I remember walking into the stadium for the first time. Well, first off, walking through the tunnel and going through that big inflatable was that was just, not even as a player, it was just amazing. But to walk out and 35 minutes before the game, see the crowd that we had, and I'm just going, oh my goodness, this is actually real.
Sadie, what was it like for you?
I mean, what Logan said, that crowd, it was crazy. It was so huge. I mean, it was just amazing.
Now, you guys, particularly Logan, have had the opportunity to interview the coach pretty much every single game all season long. What has that experience been like for you?
Well, when you have 16 happy interviews, I think it tends to go well. So it's just been
Great point.
It's just been such a blessing. Coach Lancaster is always so gracious with his time after the game. Even I was concerned, even after the state title game, if I was even going to get a chance because he was bombarded with interviews consistently. But we were able to do it, and it's just I'm so thankful and so blessed that Coach Lancaster is able to devote his time, at least 2 minutes worth of time, to interview me. And start of the season interviews were a little rough. I was taking over for her sister in that role, but as the season gradually progressed, everything just got better and better and better, and I just couldn't be more blessed to be in that position. It's just incredible.
And Sadie, you kind of have the hard job. You're taking video when there are masses of people every single game. What is that experience like?
I mean, it's definitely hard to get through, like the other photographers and other people taking videos, but they always just let me in. And so, yeah, I mean, I love doing sideline videos because it's just amazing watching them get the play in and when they get to my side too, and I get a perfect video, I just get so excited.
What has it been like covering the Indian Valley Braves all season long, starting with, back in August when they had that very first game up until this past weekend?
Going into this season, even week 1 versus Ellet, I thought, I was like, this team has the potential to make a run. I knew that there was so much potential in this team. I was like, Final Four, I'd be amazed with. And never would I have thought in week 1 we would win a state championship. I never would have thought that. But I just started to have those thoughts around week 4 when Indian Valley came to the Brick House and beat Dover. I had those thoughts. I was like, you know what? We have a chance. And then we went to the Hill and beat Garraway. And then I was like, okay, this is starting to become real. And then we went down to Ridgewood and won. And I'm like, we've got a shot.
You're like, oh my gosh, this is happening.
Yeah, I knew. And then the cherry on top, I knew we had a real chance when we went down to Zanesville and beat St. C the way we did. I was like, okay, we got a shot.
Which game, aside from this past weekend, which game did you guys have the most fun at? Was there a most memorable game? Tell me about that.
Probably beating Dover. That's what I would have to say. Just everybody was so happy and so excited. And it's just like we haven't done that in a while.
I'll second that. We've never done it until this year. But I've never seen so many players cry tears of joy after a football game. And that was the case not only just after the Dover game, but the state semifinal and the state championship game.
Yeah.
But that Dover game was special. It was for our community, for our program. It's just so special because we hold Dover on such a high pedestal. And that's a testament to Coach Gift and his staff. They've done a tremendous job, which, by the way, congratulations to Coach Gift on his retirement. That's just awesome. But we hold Dover on a really high pedestal in southern Tuscarawas County. So to beat them at their place was just one of the most tremendous moments, I think, in our program's history. That it's not the biggest win in our program's history now, but it's definitely up there.
Not now. Now you've done the whole thing, and that's pretty cool. I want to ask you, though, since you guys are a part of this communications club, do you see yourself going on to do communications? You guys are both very good at this.
We'll see. I've got some other things I'm looking at right now, but it's definitely an option of interest.
You're very young. You can figure it out. You got time. Yeah. What about you, Sadie?
I mean, yeah, same. We'll see. I enjoy it a lot, but I really do see myself being a PE teacher and want to do that first.
Do you guys think you'll continue doing this throughout the rest of your high school tenure over there at Indian Valley?
Absolutely.
Yeah, me too.
What has been the best experience, aside from, obviously, the big win, what has been the best experience you guys have had this year, besides Dover?
I'd say Garraway. Probably. Okay. That'd be my guess. Or the regional final win versus St. Clairsville. The Garraway win was special, not just because of certain streaks being broken, but just the overall community excitement. I just remember walking in that stadium at, I think, around 5:45. That away side was already it was almost already full. Our student section had to stand across the fencing at Garraway. They couldn't get a seat. It was so packed at 6 o'clock.
That's awesome. When you guys came home on Saturday after the big win, what was it like in downtown Janaten?
Oh, it was amazing. Just the amount of people that were lined up on the streets, honking their horns, cheering for the boys as they came in. The firefighters had all their sirens on. I mean, it was just amazing, and we packed the hut pretty much. Like,
And somebody had fireworks going off.
Yeah, there were fireworks going off on not just from Janayton, but the Strasburg softball parents
That's
who are
cool.
not very familiar to state championship success.
Yes, very much
They
so.
were lighting off fireworks on the overpass coming in between Bolivar and Strasburg, and it was a phenomenal. They had signs there on Facebook somewhere, but
I just got goosebumps.
they're phenomenal. It was a phenomenal experience, and I'm very, very thankful for those parents to give those kids on the football team that experience, because, I mean, what other team in Tuscarawas County other than Indian Valley and Strasburg now has experienced state championship success in the last 5 years? I don't think I can name one.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right. Very cool. You guys have been so much fun to talk to. If anyone wants to get in touch with you guys, where is the best place that they can find your videos on social media, all of your content that you guys have for Braves Nation Communications?
They can go to the Braves Nation Communications Facebook page. I don't think we have any other pages other than Facebook.
Is that it? Well, you'll see Logan up there. He's got a lot of great interviews on there with coaches. Have you interviewed players?
No, not yet. We'll see about that next year, but
You're doing a great job.
it's a blessing, especially this year, because a lot of these guys that just won this are my childhood friends. Like, I played youth baseball, youth basketball, flag football. I played so many sports with these kids growing up, and to see them reach the mountaintop and put themselves on a pedestal that no one else has done in this county is just something special, and it's something I'll never, ever forget.
Very cool. You guys are fantastic. Sadie, next year when you're out there, put some football pads on so they don't knock you over. Okay, girl?
Okay.
Thank you guys so much for coming in. I don't want you to be late for school. I know it is a school day. Have you guys slept yet since Saturday?
Yeah,
Yeah? Okay. Are you excited to go to school today? Because it's probably going to be so much fun.
absolutely. And the environment at Buckeye even on Friday was phenomenal.
Wild.
And I can't even imagine what it's going to be today.
Well, I hope you get some studying done. Focus a little bit. And thank you so much for coming in. Have a good day, guys.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. What great guests.
Yes, they're great.